Yes, I do, somewhere. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
yes. I put it right at
That's
your
right,
seat.
right there.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I now call to order the December 2nd, 2024 meeting of the Poquoson Planning Commission. If you're able, please rise for the invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Right. Heavenly Father, we come before you with humility and gratitude as we gather to serve our community. Grant us wisdom to make decisions that promote justice, compassion, and the common good. Bless our efforts, guide our discussions, and help us to work together with integrity and respect. In your name we pray. Amen. Again, good evening. Thank you to all who are in attendance tonight, as well as those joining with us online. We are beginning our Planning Commission agenda with the first item, which is item number C on our agenda, the approval of minutes. Does anyone have a motion on the work session minutes from the October 21st, 2024 meeting?
Make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Can you please call the roll?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
there is one amendment to the minutes that Ms. Knowles found today, and that is on page 7. It reads an incorrect name. It should read Kathy after the word appoint. If you all don't mind incorporating that edit in your motion.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes with the exception.
Second.
Can I have a roll call?
Yes. Commissioner Sula?
Aye.
Commissioner Hartley?
Guess I could abstain or whatever.
You can abstain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commissioner Geisler?
Aye.
And Madam Chair?
Shot. Yes. Aye. We're going to move on to our audience for visitors, and this is a time when you may approach the podium and speak on a matter that you wish to address the Planning Commission about. If you are here about the public hearing specifically, please hold your comments until we open that portion of the meeting. Do I have anybody that would like to speak regarding any matter other than what's on our public hearing?
Quick question. As far as old business, is this when I would speak about last meeting's business, or is this another section?
Right now, sir, we're on the audience for visitors portion, so if you would like to have a seat, this is a time for members of the audience who would like to speak on matters non-related to anything such as that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, sir? You can please state your name and address, please.
My name is Kenneth Noose. I live at 1G Maria Drive here in Poquoson. From what I understand, the issue has been tabled for tonight regarding the firearms range that has been proposed to be built here in Poquoson. I would like to speak to that and give my support.
Okay, sir, could you, if you wouldn't mind, if you could just hold that to the public hearing portion so
Oh,
we can
okay. My
record that.
apologies.
No problem.
No worries.
No worries. Thank you. If I have nobody else wishes to speak in the audience for visitors, it is now closed. We will move now to the public hearing item under item E, a request for a conditional use permit application by IOVA LLC Islander Outdoors. Before we begin the public hearing, staff has informed me earlier to the meeting that Mr. Raffles has asked that his application be considered at the Planning Commission meeting on January 23rd, 2025. We will open the public hearing for those present this evening to speak regarding the application. But Mr. Raffles, as a reminder, per our rules of procedure, you do have an opportunity to speak at the last meeting, and then you will have an opportunity to make closing remarks at the meeting in January per your request.
Am I able to make remarks at this meeting as well?
The answer is unfortunately no, because it's basically a continuation of the public hearing from last meeting at which you got to speak. And each person gets to speak once, except you as the applicant get to have closing remarks, and so your closing remarks will have to be held until the January meeting because you requested the continuance of that meeting. So the public hearing will ultimately be continued to that January meeting as well, and that's when you'll get to make additional remarks as part of your closing.
So I would like to open the public hearing for those wishing to speak regarding this application. If you could raise your hand, and we will call you up to the podium to state your name and address, please. Does anybody wish to speak regarding the public hearing? Yes, sir.
And this is in reference to the shooting range.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Moody J. Harp. I reside at 711 Dogwood Road, Yorktown, Virginia. I'd like to speak in favor of the indoor shooting range. I feel this is a good fit for Poquoson. It's a good location. Poquoson has always been a outdoors sporting town. In my 54 years of existence living in Yorktown, I know I've played football in Poquoson. I've fished with my father many times from Messick Point, and I've duck hunted in at the old bombing range just off the shoreline of Poquoson. I feel that a shooting range is not just a range for discharging firearms. I think it is a good learning environment for the youth. I'm a firm believer if you ignore the youth and you don't teach them the proper ways to handle firearms and involve them in hunting traditions, you'll see that trend goes away. And you have misuse of firearms, children that are not taught in a proper way, will get into trouble. I think this should be considered a good opportunity for Poquoson, a good revenue stream, and I'd like to see support of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, can you clarify if you were a Poquoson or Yorktown resident?
Yorktown.
Please state your name and address, please.
Hi, my name is Larry Flabat. I live at 988 Poquoson Avenue. Born and raised down here. Obviously, I'd love to see y'all approve this. One thing that didn't really get mentioned a whole lot was we're spending a lot of money in Hampton, Newport News. Dove season alone, the amount of gun shells that were purchased from Poquoson residents, and we're taking our money out of our community. I would like to see this go forward. I think it'd be a great addition to the community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hi.
Kenneth Noose, 1G Maria Drive in Poquoson.
Thank you.
I'm here to speak in favor of the firearms range for multiple reasons. First and foremost, it would be a great way to keep the police here in Poquoson to do their recertifications, their training, their qualifications, things of that nature. And from what I understand, it is going to be open 24/7 to our local law enforcement. I know I feel better at night knowing that all my law enforcement is up to date on their qualifications and training. So that's first and foremost the main reason I would love to see it here. Secondly, it would be a great revenue source for the city of Poquoson. Currently, if you want to go to a firearms range to train, to do whatever you want to do, you need to go to Yorktown, you need to go to Newport News, you need to go to Hampton. And if you really want to go to the nice ranges, you have to go all the way to the Virginia Beach, and nobody likes dealing with the tunnels. So it would be great to keep that here in Poquoson and give us a place to do what we want to do here with our firearms, to train with them, certify with them, but it would be a great way to keep revenue here in Poquoson. Third, it's a great place for teaching firearm safety. Firearms have been the backbone of this country since its founding. And as the previous gentleman stated, if you don't have proper firearms training for use, safety, then things can get pretty hairy and nasty at home. I have a 6-year-old girl at home, and I would love to have a place locally where I could take her and teach her how to properly shoot, how to properly check firearms to make sure that they are unloaded and safe. This would be great because I'm not far away. I don't have to go out of Poquoson. I can stay in Poquoson and do all of these things. So that's all I really have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Robert Dunn, 8 Marie Court here in Poquoson. I'm obviously in favor, and just to echo, I don't have all the fancy words, but echo the same sentiments they've said. My father taught me gun safety from the time when my hand was big enough to hold a gun, and I look forward to the day I can teach my son the same. He's 1 year old now, so 1 year old now. I think this would be a great asset to the community, to our kids, and to just general safety for everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dan Belke. I've been a Poquoson resident for 15 years, but I recently relocated to Williamsburg, but I come back because I love Poquoson, and I think this would be a good thing. I'm in support of it as well. Having lived here, I know the city is a unique community in the Hampton Roads area due to its deep roots of enjoyment of outdoor sportsmanship and recreation. There are many types of recreation venues in Poquoson to help the people of Poquoson and their interests, such as gardening centers, eateries, smoke shops, marinas, parks, and even waterfall hunting areas. A very large demographic in Poquoson is involved in outdoor recreational activities, which, due to a lack of local venues, takes residents outside the city, like many have already said, and therefore their dollars outside of Poquoson as well, to enjoy these activities. One such activity is shooting sports, which is described as a recreational activity under Poquoson City Code. As the city keeps growing and new home developments keep emerging, which I drove through this thing that is over here to just before the city hall, and I was pretty amazed at how large that is. And so as the city keeps going and needing more revenue, the space that was once available for our residents to enjoy outdoor recreation away from congested areas is quickly diminishing. Places where local residents used to gather to enjoy certain outdoor recreational activities are no longer available for use due to their close proximity to new developments. Now more than ever, the city is in need of an indoor community recreation center that won't be just shooting, but other things too, I'm told, including, drones and other things that people are interested in. That gives its residents space to practice recreational shooting sports that can no longer be practiced at outdoor locations within the open area, in order to maintain and pass on to the next generations our rich heritage of outdoor sportsmanship. The goal for their organization is to become the premier community recreational facility in the area that includes the firearm safety training courses, as well as access to local police and law enforcement and even firefighters, in addition to a host of other family-friendly activities such as archery, virtual reality studio, aerospace education, eateries, and an activity center that could be rented out. So I'm in support of it, and I will come from Williamsburg and bring my friends that are shooters and other recreational people back to the city that I love, Poquoson, Virginia. Thanks.
Thank you.
My name's Brent Weathered. I'm on 14 Canal. Yeah, I wasn't planning on speaking tonight, so this is a little extemporaneous, but just wanted to say that a well-run shooting organization, an indoor range, is very safe and very disciplined. And the kids that learn there learn a lot of life lessons along with gun handling skills and safety. I've been a range safety officer up at Lafayette in Yorktown for about 5 or 6 years. And I watch the kids up there and the shooting teams, and they are the best citizens you'll ever see. So a lot of benefits to having that kind of guidance early in their lives and around things that create discipline and respect.
Hi, my name's Nathan Revia. I live at 482 Wythe Creek Road. I'm pretty new to Poquoson, just moved here about 6 months ago. I'm from Texas. Of course, in Texas, you have a big gun culture, but I was never really a part of that growing up. I was kind of from the city, but as I grew up in high school and stuff, I became interested in firearms, and I quickly realized that the only way to learn how to safely shoot a firearm and how to handle a firearm is at a proper gun range. So I just want to say that I'm in support of it, just for the fact that, you know, it's a recreational place that, you know, every place that I've been to in Texas was, you know, extremely safe, a lot of fun, and I do think that having one here in Poquoson, you know, I really like Poquoson. I think that it's a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak regarding this matter tonight? Seeing none, am going to continue the public hearing to the January 23rd, 2025 meeting of the Planning Commission, and that meeting will be at 7 p.m. We're going to move on to item number F in our agenda under new business. Wally?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Sure. Madam Chair, I just do want to note that we will have the public hearing on the night and time described by the chair, but we're going to go ahead and re-advertise as well and go through all the legal remedies just because this has been continued. So the public hearing will be re-advertised again legally, and some of the application has changed since it was first presented. So we want to make sure that the public has the time and information they need to review the application in its most up-to-date form. So nearer the meeting time, if anyone from the public would like to see the application, they just need to contact our office, and we'll get them a copy and all the info they need. Thanks.
Thank you, Thomas. Yes, sir.
It's not, I just wanted to ask, is it okay to leave?
Yes, sir. It sure is.
I know it's not a court, but I just.
No, you're fine. I appreciate you asking.
Got here for another 2 hours. Thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming out this evening.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
You can stay.
You don't have to leave.
All right, Madam Chairwoman, thank you. I will try to make this brief. We're asking you tonight for an initiation of an amendment to Article 8-1. This is the language that affects our planned open space subdivisions. We have noted over the past few iterations of this that we may need to do some corrections to minimum lot sizes, possibly some open space changes. We're finding that a lot of people take advantage of wetlands to satisfy open space, and the reason, the rationale for open space is to actually have a usable area for passive and active recreation. Obviously, if it's in the wetlands, it's not usable. And also looking at possible architectural controls at the behest of the zoning administrator. And basically what this is to ensure that all the houses, are rather uniform rather than having a hodgepodge. So that's what I'm asking the commission for. Of course, we'll give you, in time for the next meeting, the complete draft, and we'll have the public hearing then. Probably on the 23rd as well.
So what do you need from Planning Commission tonight? A consensus of us?
Basically, I would just need a consensus,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Make a motion. Wait, what?
That would be fine if you want to make a
by
motion.
You can
Okay.
take a recorded vote if you want.
Okay.
Just make a motion to open up the,
Just to initiate.
Just to initiate.
To
An
initiate.
amendment. You're not approving anything, you just initiate.
initiate.
Right.
Thank you, I'm trying.
So this is, just to be clear,
Wait,
the motion
I
is
got it, Thomas.
is
Wait a
to
minute.
initiate
Wait,
and
I got it.
review.
I got it. Wait.
Thomas.
Okay.
It was right there.
She was so
I was
close.
getting there.
Okay.
To initiate the review and amendment to Article 8.1, Planned Open Space Conservation Overlay District.
I'll second that.
Okay. If I could have a vote from Commissioner Saleh?
Aye.
Would be yes.
Yes.
Okay. And Commissioner Hartley?
Yes.
Commissioner Dysinger?
Yes.
And Madam Chair?
Yes. I didn't mean to put you on.
That's okay.
I was just trying to get a consensus.
Sorry,
But
I just
thank you
went
for-
right for it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me.
So the motion carries.
Thank you. So now we move to item G of the agenda, which is communications and correspondence from staff and our planning commission.
Sure. Not a whole lot for me, other than, we're still working through the CUP application that was subject to the public hearing tonight, working through a lot of the details of that with the applicant and taking some of your comments from your last consideration. But like I said, it has changed a bit, and we're going to re-advertise and more or less re-prepare that presentation so that you see the most up-to-date information provided. So we'll have that hearing on January 23rd, and we'll dive into this planned open space, and we'll give you a little more in-depth why is behind the request tonight. Other than that, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.
Great. We're going to also have a work session in front of the city council at the next one, right? Which will be the 9th. At the city council meeting, we're going to talk about the short-term rentals. We've talked about that before with you all. We're going to talk to the city council again because there is some concern on the part of several of the members that perhaps we need to be a little more stringent in the controls than what we had previously been told. So short-term rentals, we will be talking to that city council at the work session. They may remand it back to the planning commission. It sort of depends on how we go at this work session. So y'all might see it again. So it probably start about 6:30.
I think it's 6.
Or
I think
6?
it's 6 o'clock Monday.
You must have a
Don't
busy-
hold me to that, but I think
Okay.
it's 6.
Well, 6 you won't be late if you go at
What was
6.
the date?
It's December 9th.
The city council, after work session and a public hearing, did approve the sign changes and zoning ordinance changes. So thank all of y'all for your hard work on that. We'll try not to force feed you quite so much in the future, but As you can tell by the planned open space, there's no shortage of things we need to take a look at. And I share Thomas's wishes for a happy holiday season.
Oh, I do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to remind or invite everybody Thursday night to the Frosty Festival and City Tree Lighting right out front. 6 p.m. I would suggest you get here early for parking. Last year's attendance was in excess of 400 people. So come early, get a parking spot, come see the amazing talent we have in this city of people designing their snowmen, and then we have a special visitor coming down the runway. So please join us 6 p.m. on Thursday.
Madam Chair, I did fail to mention, we do have a full commission and two newly appointed members. If you were going to mention it, I don't want to steal your thunder, but one is here tonight with us, and we, staff, met with both of them. Look forward to working with them.
I want to take an opportunity to welcome Mr. Hartley to the Planning Commission. We're happy that you're here, and Mr. Peterson, who couldn't be with us tonight, will be excited to working with him. Want to thank you, Thomas, and Wally on all your work with this application, as well as the citizens who came out and spoke this evening for the public hearing. And I just want to wish the public and staff a wonderful holiday season, and we hope that we will see you safely next year. So, if there is no additional business, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Okay. Commissioner Salem?
Aye.
Commissioner Hartley?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Geisinger?
Aye. You're right.
And Madam Chair Schott?
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.